Guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the MT5 app to place trades, how to check your risk, how to add assets on your MT5 app, and start copying trades or place your own personal trades. So make sure you pay attention. So the mobile device I'm using to show you this demonstration is an Android device, a Samsung, but it's almost the same interface with that of the iPhone. So it's almost the same thing. If you pay attention, the interface is usually almost the same thing, just some few changes. So once you understand this one, you are going to be able to understand how to do that on your Apple device or tablet. So the first thing you are going to see here that we have the quotes, you are going to see that we have the chart, you are going to see that we have the trade, you're going to see that we have the history and we have the message. So you are only going to be focusing on the quotes, the charts, and the trade and the history. So once you launch on the app itself, you are going to see the quote interface. So this is the first thing you are going to see. So this is the first, if you are trading synthetic indices, this is the first asset you are going to see, the first default asset you are going to see on your screen once you log in your deriv account. So what you are going to do is to click on this, so what you are going to do is to click on this pencil icon here you are seeing. Once you click on it, you are going to click on this bin icon. So once you click on that, you are going to be able to highlight multiple assets. So what you are going to do is to mark out all these assets you are seeing. You don't need them, so you mark them out. Then you click on the delete, so you delete all of them. So the only one that is going to remain is this XAG USD. So to add your own asset, which we are going to be adding assets from the deriv, volatility indices, we are going to add the jump indices. You can add any asset you want to depending on what you want to trade at that moment. So I'm going to show you how to add those assets down, and in the community I'm going to show you the assets that you can add that we're going to be focusing on trading. So you click on the plus icon. So when you click on the plus icon, you can see that we have a lot of assets that you can explore from. We have crypto, we have crash and boom, we have basket indices, and so on and so forth. So we are going to come to where you see volatility indices, which is this one here. So once you click on volatility indices, you are going to have access to all the volatility indices here. So let us add volatility 10 indices. You click on this plus icon, volatility 100, volatility 100, volatility 15 indices, volatility 25. All these are assets that you can trade on your deriv. Volatility 75, volatility 90. Okay, let's say we are cool with this. So once you have clicked on all these assets that you want to add, all you need to do is to click on this back, on this arrow button to go back. So automatically they are going to be added to your quote. So you see this quote here, this quote is where you see all your assets that you can trade from. This is where you see all your assets that you can trade from. So let's add 3 more assets to this quote. So you do the same thing. You click on this plus icon. Let's add assets from jump indices. Let's add assets from jump indices. So this is jump indices here. You click on jump. Then let us add jump 75. You click on the plus icon. You click on let us add jump 50, jump 100, and jump 10. Then all you need to do is to press on this arrow back button to go back to your quote. So you can see that these are the assets that we just added. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's add another asset again. You click on that plus icon. Let us add asset on the step indices. So you scroll down to step indices. Look at the step indices here. you click on step indices. Let us add step 500, step 300, and step 200. Then after adding them, you click on the arrow back button. So we have all our assets lined up here and on our codes. So this is what we want to be trading. So you can add anyone you want. I'm just showing you a demonstration on how to add the asset that you want to use. So I've showed you guys how to add assets on the MT5, and these are the list of synthetic indices assets you can trade from. You can trade from so many assets. Let me now show you how to place trade on this asset. So to place trade on this asset, let's just say I want to place trade on volatility 75. Look at volatility 75. You can also call it VIX 75, VIX. You can call it VIX 75. You can call it VIX, VIX 75. So in a group, whenever you see anything VIX, VIX, just know that I'm talking about the volatility indices. So if you see the number 75, know that I'm referring to VIX 75. So always have that at the back of your mind. So the VIX 75 means I'm talking about volatility 75. So always have that at the back of your mind. So if I say take a trade on VIX 25, it means I'm referring to volatility 25. If I say take a trade on VIX 90, it means I'm referring to volatility 90. So it's just like the short form of calling it without writing the whole letters. So let's say I want to take a trade on volatility 75. I'll just click on it. After I click on it, so we have multiple options. We have new order, we have check charts, and we have market statistics. So let's just focus on the new order and chart. If you want to place a trade, either a pending order, either an instant execution, you just click on this new order. It means you want to place that order. Then if you want to check the chart before you place the order, you want to check what is happening on that particular asset, which is a volatility 75, as we have here. We have it here. You can see if you click on this chart icon. So when you click on this chart, it's going to show you the chart. It's going to show you the chart, what is currently happening on the chart currently. So this chart you are seeing here is the current chart of volatility 75, and this place here you are seeing is the time frame. We have multiple time frame that we can check from. We have from the daily time frame to the 4 hours, to the 2 hours, to the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, all the way to the 1 minute. So every time frame have their own structure, but the highest time frame, which is the daily time frame, controls the entire structure. So that is the direction of the market. So the current structure we are seeing now, as you can see here, this is the current structure. This is it here. See, this is 15 minutes. M5 means 15 minutes. You see that M there? That M means it is the minute. If this is an hour, it's going to show you, it's going to indicate that it's an hour. So this is 15 minutes you are seeing there. So let me clean that. So if I click on that place now, you see that we have 1 minute, we have 1 minute, we have 5 minutes, we have 15 minutes, we have 30 minutes, all the way to daily and 1 week and 1 month. So if I change the time frame, you see that this is a 1 hour time frame. You can see that this is the chart from the 1 hour. If I change it to 4 hours, you see that 4 hours has its own chart structure. If I change it to the daily time frame, this is how it is on the daily time frame. You can see the entire structure how it is on the daily time frame. Every time frame has its own structure. So this is a daily time frame, and this is the overall time frame where we check our assets from. So if you want to take a trade, is advisable to always take a trade from the lower time frame. So let's go back to the 15 minutes now. So now that you have seen how to check the time frame, so we have understand how what this M5 M15 means, and this is your time frame. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to show you now how to place trade on your MT5. How to place trade on MT5. You know that we are currently on volatility 75, and this is the 15-minute time frame, for example. So let's say I want to place a trade on this particular time frame. All you need to do is to click on this button here. Once you click on it, it's going to open, and you are going to see this showing down here. You can drag it up all the way to this level so you can see it clearly. And so you have options. We have what we call market execution. This is how it's going to be. We have what we call buy limits, and we have what we call sell limits. So this three is what we are going to focus on. For now, you don't need this buy stop and sell stop, you know. So let's just focus on the market execution, buy limit, and sell limit. So what is buy is market execution. Market execution is, let's say, as it is now. You know, I've clicked on the market execution now, and then you can see this sell, you can see this sell, and you can see this buy button. So it means if you want any button you click, if you want to sell, it means you want to sell instantly, or you want to buy instantly at that current price, instantly. Like, you don't want to set any pending order, you want to buy at that current price. So what you have to do is to, if let's say you can see that this is where we are now, you can see that this is where price is now currently, this is where price is currently, and let's say you want to sell at that price. All you need to do is to click on this sell button. Once you click on the sell button, it's going to that particular trade. You're going to say done. You're going to see that this trade is actually active. The trade is actually active now. You can see that sell limit has been active. You can see that this is where I entered the trade from. This line you are seeing here, shows that that is where I entered the trade from. And to check this trade whether it's active, you come to this trade button. This trade button is where you are going to click on. Once I click on that trade button, you are going to see that this trade is active. You can see that we have volatility 75, and this trade is currently active. And you can go back to that chart. So what you now have to do now, you can see that this trade is currently active. So what you now have to do now, once you have taken that instant market execution, which for this case we click on the sell, and you now want to set your stop loss and your take profit. So there are some terms that we use in trading. I'm going to be showing you guys those terms later on. So let's say you want to set your stop loss. You are going to click on that you are going to click on that line where you enter the trade. See that line you are seeing, this line you are seeing, that the sell line, the entry line. You are going to click on the entry line. Once you click on the entry line, you see what we have here. You can drag it up, or you can bring it down. So you see that we have SL, we have TP. This SL means stop loss, this TP means take profit. So first thing that we want to do now, we want to set our stop loss first, so that stop loss means that is how much you are willing to risk. That is where you want to set your losses, so that when price gets to that place, that means you don't want to be in the trade anymore. That is where the trade is going to be invalidated. So stop loss is what we use to protect our capital. That okay, is a condition that we give to the trader. Okay, if price goes all the way to this zone, I want you to close my trade automatically. I don't want to be in the market anymore. Take me out of the market so that it will stop my loss. So that is the purpose of setting stop loss. So always make sure that you always set stop loss in your trade. So if you are in the community, I'll be dropping whenever I put a trade, I'll be dropping the stop loss that you are going to be using to place on your trade. So you just click on this SL. Once you click on the SL, you are going to see that this SL button has come out here at this top. So you can move it anyhow you want it. You can drag it to anywhere you want it. Let's say you want to set your SL at this zone, you want to set your SL at this high, so you drag it to that place and leave it there. So now that is where you want to set your SL, right? Then you want to set your take profit. Take profit means this is where I want to get out of the market in my profit. When price gets to this zone in profit, this is where I want to get out of the market. So that is why we have TP, and that TP means take profit. So that's the short form of take profit, TP. So you just click on this TP you are seeing here, this, you drag it down back, you click on this TP. So you see this light green line you are seeing here on the screen. This is your TP. You can drag it anywhere you want to. So in this case, this is where I want to set as my TP. I want to set I want to set at this low here as my TP. So I want price to come down all the way to this place. So if price touch this, come down to this level, this is where I want to get out of the market with my take profit. So what would that be? You just click on this blue arrow here. This blue arrow, once you click on it, is going to activate and place those SL and TP. Is going to activate them currently, because currently now is not yet activated. Until you click on this arrow, that is when it's going to be activated. So I'll click on this blue arrow now, so to activate it. So you press modify. Once you click on that blue arrow, you press modify. So you can see that done here, that it has been modified. So you can see that I can move it now. This is my stop loss, this is my TP. So you can still move this place, you can still move it anyhow you like. You can move it to anywhere, even as you have activated it already. Once you move it to anywhere, you change your stop loss or your TP, you can still press this blue arrow again and press modify. You can modify it anyhow you want it. It is so flexible that you can do anything you want. Now, how do you check how much you are risking? See, you can see that this place now, once you click on this arrow on this your SL, for example, you can see that this is $4.49. This is $4.49. That is your risk. And then this green arrow here, which is your take profits, you can see the TP. So this TP means that if price come down all the way to this level here, this is how much you are going to be making. You are going to be making $17.48. So that is how it works. That is how to set your order. And I'm also going to show you how to set your pending order. So what pending order means is that pending order means that, okay, let's say price was currently here. Okay, let's say price was currently here initially. Price was here initially before. So and you now predicted that price is going to come back, is going to come all the way to this zone. Okay, let's say price was initially here, and you predicted that it's going to come all the way to this zone. So what you need to do is that you can set a pending order around this zone. You can set a pending order around here, waiting for price to come to that zone. So when you set your pending order, the same thing that we did here, you can set your stop loss and your TP down. So when price gets to that your pending order, it is going to trigger your entry automatically, even without you being active on the trade. It will trigger your entry for you and activate your stop loss. Everything will be activated. So that is the benefit of pending order. You will set your order down actively and wait for price to come and trigger your entry. So that is the benefit of having a pending order. So let me show you how to now take a pending order. So let me close. Okay, let me show you how to do that. So you go back to, okay, let's use another asset. So now we are back in the quote. This is the quote that you see all your assets. So let's demonstrate on volatility 25. So you know that the first time I showed you how to show the chart before you take any trade, always make sure that you check the chart of that trade, which is here. or you can see go back to that place. If you don't want to check the chart, let's say I already dropped the entry, the TP and the SL on the community, and you want to copy my trade, that means there's no need to check on your chart. All you need to do is you click on that asset that are just posted, then you click on new order. When you click on new order, it's going to open this way. So when it's open this way, you have the option to, because it is a pending order, unless it is a instant execution. When I send you a trade and I don't put the entry point, it means it's an instant execution. So we have what we call entry, we have what we call stop loss, and we have what we call take profit. So if I send you an entry, if I send you a trade that does not have an entry, that is when you see click on this market execution, which is you want to enter the trade at that current price, that price is currently. But if I send you a pending order and I say that okay, this is where I want you to enter the trade from, don't enter this trade when price get to this exact location. I'm going to give you the number. So you just come to that place, you just come to this place. After clicking on that new market order, you click on this place. So we have what we call market execution, we have buy limit and sell limit. So these are three options that I told you that we are going to focus on. So let's say I want to enter a buy limit. I'll click on this buy limit. Then the number that I gave you, let's say I gave you a number, so you just click on the price on the number there. Let's say I gave you a number. Okay, you clean this one, the one you are seeing here currently, you clean it here. So you just say, let me use a number, for example, at 3175.157. So this is where I want to use as my entry, and then I will set my SL. My SL, I want it to be 32060624.7, and my TP, I want my TP to be 3112.977. So okay, this is actually a sell limit, so let me use the sell limit instead. So after I put this, my number you are seeing here, this is my stop loss, this is my TP, and this is the entry point. You know, I told you we have entry, we have stop loss, and we have TP. So if you want to take a trade, these are the three things that we look out for, except is an instant execution. Instant execution, you don't need an entry. Yeah, means you want to enter at that exact price. So but if it's a pending order, you need an entry, you need a stop loss and a TP. So once you have set all this number correctly, you just need to press place. Once you press place, this is going to place this trade automatically. So where are you going to see this trade? You are going to see this trade. You know, we have the quotes, we have the charts, and we have the trade. So this trade is where you are going to see all your active trades that are active. This interface is where you are going to see all your active trade. So currently, this is that other trade that we take on volatility 75. You see that it's still active and going, is even in profit. So this other one that we set as pending order, this is volatility 25. You can see that it's there, it's showing place, meaning that it's not active yet. It's showing it has been placed. So it's only going to be active when price gets to that level. Let's say you want to see what is happening inside here, you want to see what is happening inside this chart. All you need to do is to click on it, hold it down, you click on it and hold it down. Then you can see you can come there to the chart, you can delete the order, you can modify the order, you can enter new order, or you can check the chart. Let's say you want to check the chart, you just click on this chart. So it's going to show you the assets that we just took now. You're going to see the order that we just took, that this is your TP, this is your sell limit, and your stop loss is right there. So that is that about that. So let's say you want to close this particular trade that is active now. I'm back on my trade interface. You want to close this volatility 75 that's active. You can just slide on this button. You slide it to the left hand side. Then you click on this pencil icon. You click on it. So once you click on this pencil icon, you can choose to modify it. So you can click on this other place. So when you slide this way and you want to modify this trade, let's say you want to change your stop loss and the rest, you click on the pencil icon. Or if you go back, let's say you want to close the trade, you click on this first icon here, you click on it. Once you click on it, it's going to show you this interface. You can close the trade with your profit. You can if you want to close half of the trade, let's say because for this case we enter the trade with the lowest lot size, so there's no way we can close half of the trade. Let's say we enter the trade like in a bigger lot size, you can just come here and click on this other place and then close that particular trade with this other lot size. But for this case, we can only close here with the current price action. So we just press close. Once you click on this close, it's going to close the trade automatically. So this is how to close your trade. And let's say you open multiple trades. Let's go back to that trade. Let's go back. Okay, let's open multiple trade on this place. So remember I told you that if you want to enter a trade, you click on this first interface. You see these two buttons here, they are very useful. Let's say you want to take an instant trade. You know that the first time that we click on it, we click on this place and we have market execution, we have buy limit and sell limit. What this other button here does is that when you click on it, it's going to open this instant market execution. So the reason why that place is always closed is that if you mistakenly press any of this button by mistake, you press on this accept, if you mistakenly press any of this button, it's going to place your trade automatically. So that is why you need to be very, very careful with this other button here. That's why I always leave it closed. But if you want to enter a trade very, very fast, let's say you want to enter a trade very, very fast and you don't want to go through this particular first button method, you just click on this particular place. When you click on it, it's going to open this interface, sell and buy. So you can use this middle here to adjust your stop loss, to adjust your lot size. So your lot size is what will determine the risks, is what will determine what you are risking. So let's say you want to reduce your lot size, you can just come here and tweak it. Or you want to increase your lot size, you can still come here and then change it to the lot size you want to use. So once you are okay with the lot size that is showing here, always make sure that the lot size is what you want to use. Don't go and mistakenly enter trade with a bigger lot size. Know what you are risking. So once you agree with the lot size you are seeing here, which is 0.5, you can instantly press sell. You can press sell. You can enter multiple sell, as many as you want, as long as you are cool with what you are entering. For this case, I'll be entering so many sell so that I will show you guys how to close multiple trade at once without having to be closing them individually. Let's say you want to close multiple trade at once. All you need to do is you click on this. Let's say you want to enter multiple sell position. For example, you just click on this place. See how many trades has been activated. I enter multiple sell. You can tap as multiple sell as you want. See, all these trades now are now active. This is what you see, some people entering so many trades at the same time. You see this multiple sales. So if you want to view all those trades that I just entered now, you click on this trade back. You see that all those trades, all those sales I just entered now, this is everything. They are all active. This is all the trade that I just entered. I entered so many trades. Let's say now all these trades now entered into profits, and you now want to close all of them at the same time. All you need to do is to just click on one of them and then just click on one of them and hold it down, press and hold it down. Then you click on bulk operation, this last button here, bulk operation. So when you click on it, it's going to show you some things. You're going to show you close all position or close all profitable position. It's going to show you close all position, close all losing position, close all sell position. Let's say you have sell and buy position. I want to close only the sell position on your trade. You can close all sell position, close all volatility 25 position. So let's say you want to close all the position at once. All you need to do is to close all the position. So it's going to close everything at once. So you don't need to be, in case you open so many position and you want to close all of them, you have to go through the bulk operation. So you can close all of them depending on what you want to do. You can see those options there. You can choose what you want to do at that moment. So that's how to close multiple position. So I hope you are getting this clearly. So let me show you. So like I said, the main terms we use here in trading, we have SL. SL means stop loss. We have TP. Whenever you see TP, it means take profit. And whenever you see entry, entry is always the entry point where you are entering from. So you see all this number here you are seeing at this right corner. All this number here is very, very important. They are very, very useful. Let's say you want to set a pending order, for example. So let me show you something, that all this thing you are seeing here, all this number you are seeing here, all this number you are seeing here, they are very, very important. These are the numbers that we use to enter the trade. These are the numbers that we can use to enter the trade. So if I drop a trade, a signal, and I tell you to enter at 3134, so where I'm getting those number from is from this place, from all these numbers here. Let's say for example now, I want to enter the trade from around this zone, from around here, I want to enter a buy position from around here, from around this zone here you are seeing. I want to enter a buy from around here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look for the number that is closer to that zone. If I want to get that exact number, I will need to click on this plus icon, this cross icon you are seeing there. I'll click on it. When I click on it, it's going to open this crosshair. It's going to open this cross icon. So you can see that as I'm moving this cross icon, you can see this white number that is being highlighted. That is showing me the current number that is currently on that particular zone. So when let's say I want to enter a buy from around there, I want to buy from around there. Price is currently here. I want price, if price come down to this place, this is where I want to buy from. So I'll just place this crosshair at that particular location. So you can see, what do we have here at that particular location? We have 3143.766. So that is the number that I want to enter from, right? So I'll write it down in my book. I want to enter from 3143.766. Then that is where I want to use as my entry. Then I have to set my stop loss. I'll draw the number to where I want to set my stop loss. I want to set my stop loss right below this low. This is where I want to be risking. This is where I want, if price comes down to this place and go below this place, this is where I want price to take me out of the trade. This is how much I'm willing to risk for this particular trade that I want to take. So I just look at the number that is here. You see that the place that I just dropped that, I will copy the number, I'll write it down. SL is 3135.017. So remember, the first one was entry. The first one that we put here is called entry. The second one is stop loss. Then where do I want to use as my take profit? I want to use this I as my take profit. So remember, I want to take a buy trade. So that my TP is 3189.590. That is where I want to use as my TP. This high here, you can see the number here. It's the same number. This number that is showing there, that is where I want to use as my TP. So what do I want to do now? I will have to go. So I will show you how to place a pending order using this number that you just copied now. So that is how to get all those numbers you are seeing from all this number here. It's not like a magic number that will form on our head. We copied it from this place. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say you want to get rid of this crosshair you are seeing there, because it can be frustrating at times for newbie, because you cannot touch any other thing without removing this. You have to remove this crosshair. You click on that plus, on that arrow icon back. Once you click on it, you see that that stuff has been removed. That crosshair is no more in your chart again. Let's say you want to change the time frame so fast. You just click on your screen. You can see the M1, M5, M30, the 1 hour, and all the time frames here. If you want to draw any tool on the chart, you want to draw the box icon, you click on this icon you are seeing here. Once you click on it, you see multiple icons that you can draw from. You can just click on this box icon. You can draw the box there. Okay, I didn't click on that. You click on it. So when you click on the box icon, you just draw the box anywhere you want to. Let's say you want to draw the box, you draw the box and leave it there. So that has been drawn. Let's say you want to write a text, you click on that place again, you write the text there, you tap on it. So that's how it works. So let me now show you how to take that pending order I just showed you. Let's say you want to enter a pending, on a pending order on this volatility 25. The number that we just wrote down now, all those numbers that we just wrote down, let me show you how to take a pending order. So you tap on this first icon you are seeing here that I showed you before. You tap on it. So when you tap on it, you can see that we have market execution, we have buy limit, and we have sell limit. On this case, we want to enter a buy limit, so it's already highlighted on the buy limit. So all you need to do is to come to this place you are seeing here. Make sure your lot size is what you want to, is the lot size that you want to use. So you can change your lot size, you can add to your lot size, you can reduce it, you can swing it anyhow you want to. So this is, in this case, this is the lowest lot size, which is 0.50. The lowest lot size for this particular asset is 0.50. So I'm cool with my lot size. I press OK. Then the entry point, which is the price, the entry is called the price. Where do you want to buy from? The price is what you call your entry. So you click on this button now. So you click on it, you delete everything you see there, delete all the number you see there, so you can write the one that you have already copied down while you were doing that. So our entry here, you type that number that we wrote down before, which is 3143.766. So that's my entry. So I have to set my stop loss. I'll add my stop level. So you click on that place. When you click on it, you click on this SL. SL means stop loss. This is my XL, this is my SL, and this is my TP. So I want to set my SL. I'll tap on the SL. Then I'll type that number that I copied that I want to use as my stop loss. I'll write it there, 3135.017. So that's my stop loss. Then my TP, I showed you guys that place and where I want to use as my TP. So that same number, you write it there. My TP, I'll tap it there. 3143.766. So once you are done, you press done. And why is it not accepting it? I think there's a mistake somewhere. Oh, there's a mistake there. 3143. Yeah, 3143. So if you make any mistake, it's not going to show. That is why this place was not showing blue. This place was supposed to show this blue icon, meaning that you are correct. So once you are correct, you just click on this place buy limit. Once you click on that, you are going to come back to this trade. You are going to see that my buy limit has been placed. Look at my buy limit, it has been placed. And then to check it, you just click on that, on the button, you hold it down, you press on chart. So you are going to see the buy limit there. You can see my buy limit that I just said. This is my stop loss, my entry, and my TP. Okay, the TP. So this is where I want the TP to be. You can drag it up even after entering that you can come here to drag it to where you want it to be. You can come here to still adjust it the way you want it. You can come here to drag the stop loss anyhow you want it. You can drag it, and then you can even refine your entry also to where you want to enter from. You can do everything here after you have placed the buy limit. So once you do that, you want to modify it, you just press on this arrow, this blue arrow, and then you modify it. So it's going to be modified. You can see that it has been modified. So this is how you manipulate your MT5. You can watch this video multiple times for you to understand this, and you can even make more research and try some things out. So make sure that you try, you test everything on a demo account. Open a demo account and use it to practice well on the MT5. So once you are fluent, you know how to maneuver the MT5 like a professional, then you can now go live. So remember, this button you are seeing here, always turn it off from your chart unless you want to use it for instant execution. Always make sure that you turn it off. The way to turn it off is to click on this button here, click on it to off it. When you off it, see, if you click on it, it's going to come back, because your hand can basically touch any of the button and you make a trade and you enter any trade, especially if you don't want to enter a trade at that moment, and you basically enter any trade and it might just easily be in loss. So always make sure that you always toggle that off. Then the only one that you can be using, if you want to place a pending order, you can just click on this first one and then you can tweak it anyhow you want it here. So that's how to do it, and make sure you practice and understand how it works before you go live. So the MT5 is where you do so many things. You can maneuver the MT5 almost, you can, it's so flexible. They've added new features to make it very, very flexible. So make sure you go and practice before you go live. And do well to hit the subscribe button if you want to get more trading knowledge and educational tips on how you can, become a pro trader. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.